you know, three turnovers on downs, the turnover, and just a lot of big plays, you know, and they got some, and that's kind of how their offense operates. They got a good, efficient operation. I think their quarterback does a really good job, but our defense stepped up at the right times and held them to, what, 7 points, I think it was? Yeah.
The last couple of weeks, what did you see from the defense throughout the week leading up to this game?
What I see every single day I'm around them. Just a resilient group that goes about it the right way, believes in each other, believes in what we're doing, and that's what I expect to see from those guys. And so this was a great way on Sunday Night Football in front of the world for them to show who they are, because that's what we see every day, and that's the belief that we have in them.
It's the first time those 4 tackles, the guys who've been projected as defensive tackles, they seem to mean something, right?
Yeah, and you just see everyone behind them step up as well, you know, and I thought they did a great job getting pressure on the quarterback. And so, again, really proud of the way that the defense played, the players, the coaches, the way that they fought all week and put on a performance like this was special.
You always talk about corners needing short memories. How important was it to see DJ respond to some mistakes with maybe the biggest play of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I saw him show up a lot. He's contesting balls, and so, again, really proud of the way DJ and all those guys played.
What kept you off from probably getting an offensive rhythm that you would have liked?
You know, a lot of different things. I mean, a little bit of everything. You know, you're right. We felt like we had a lot of get back on second 10 pluses at strange times, it felt like. They did a good job up front. I mean, they bring pressure. They can win some one-on-ones. They've really invested in that front, and it shows. They did a good job on the back end, just mixing it up. And, you know, the third quarter just felt like a strange quarter. We had, you know, 2 relatively efficient plays and then a fumble. So I don't think we got the ball back till 4 minutes left in the quarter. And so it just the second half felt a little strange, but I thought we did a good job responding the right way and getting down there and unfortunately kicking a field goal from the 11 and then scoring a touchdown there at the end.
What did you see on the check from Joe on the touchdown, on the 47-yard touchdown? What time you checked at the line? What was the?
Well, no. I mean, we called 2 plays, and then he took off and run once he saw the coverage. So great awareness by him to see how they were playing us, you know, in their double-double look. They were trying to take away, you know, our 2 receivers over there. And he just did a good job pulling the ball down, finding the run lane, and finishing. That was pretty impressive.
Was that more instincts, or was that the call?
That's instincts by him. You know, no, it was a pass play. And he just can see that kind of they've overloaded that side over there with the coverage, and he found a good rush lane once the rushers kind of took off and used his feet to do the rest.
How much you addressed finishing the right way, you get the touchdown to kind of put it away tonight, something you guys haven't been able to get.
Yeah.
Is there a difference there or something tonight?
It's a great point because, you know, our defense kept us in it. Our offense was a little sloppy at times tonight. But there in the fourth quarter when we needed it, everyone just stepped up. And everyone did their job. Everybody finished. I thought special teams put us in some really good positions with some of those punts. You know, and then defensively, obviously, getting the ball back and offense finished it with the touchdown. So no better way to do it. Start building on that, and hopefully we can string some wins together.
Did you see how close the fumble was to being recovered, or do you choose not to look at that replay?
At that point in the game, they told me the ball was ours, and that was just getting the next call ready was the most important thing.
Concerning, you don't say anything, the guys know not to fumble, but I mean, that
Yeah.
moment, what's your response to seeing that fumble at that moment?
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing we have to do in 4-minute mode is ball security, and so that's, you know, certainly he doesn't want to do that, and he's done a great job of that, and we'll correct it and move on.
You obviously know how tough Joe is, but when you see
Yeah.
Joe take a hit, go to the ground, then go to the tent, what is going through your
Yeah, I mean, he took some hits in that game, and you know, they did a really nice job. You got to give them a lot of credit because they made it difficult for us. We didn't get in a great rhythm, and so again, they affected us back there, and credit to them. But yeah, it's you don't want to see him go down and have to go in the tent because that was a big hit.
Given that hit, then on the next third down, he makes that throw to Yoshi.
Yeah.
I mean, in the wake of getting drilled, I mean,
Yeah.
I had to say something.
Yeah, I mean, that's the payoff. You know, there's sometimes we're extending plays and it doesn't go our way, and there's other times where he hit the big one to Jamar, you know, our first drive of the third quarter. That essentially put us in scoring range. I know how it worked out. And then at the end of the game, hitting that one to Yoshi was huge as well. So that's you know, it's not always going to be perfect, but more times than not, he steps up and makes those big plays when he's kind of moving around there in the pocket.
When you're playing a front like that, how important is it for Joe to be able to extend the play for another half second?
It is, and it's on me to do a good job of keeping them off balanced, you know, and so I don't feel like as a play caller I was ever in a great rhythm to keep them off balanced, and our guys did a good job there in the second half, I thought, taking control of the game.
so much of what BJ does doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Just how excited are you for him personally to have the kind of stats on a night like tonight?
Yeah, really excited. You know, I know how important it is when a guy plays for a team and they come back here, and DJ stepped up. And some of the play, he doesn't get the credit for the production because he creates production for other guys, and vice versa. And so it was good to see the hit he got on the quarterback where the ball popped up in the air, and Jermaine was able to come down with it. So again, happy to have all those guys back.
Rico had a big bounce back game
Yeah.
today. How good do you feel for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a great job. You know, he's punted really well for us, done a good job flipping the field, getting him inside the 15, 10-yard line, and obviously they did a great job with the operation today on the field goals and PATs.
We saw that Jermaine Burton wasn't active today. What kind of led to him being down today?
Absolutely nothing to read into that. That was just a week-to-week decision we made based on some other things that could potentially happen with some of the game plan stuff. But he's done a great job. He keeps approaching it the right way. We've got a lot of confidence growing in him. And so that's just a this week thing, and we'll continue to make those decisions as we go. But there's nothing to read into there.
The run game didn't give you much until the end. You kind of hung with it, right? I mean, you hung, and I guess that's part of it, right?
Yeah, you get stuck with it. You know, the last touchdown call was a great adjustment by Frank. It wasn't a play that we carried that week. You know, we briefed it with the guys right before that drive that it may come up in the drive. And so, again, it's a play that we have repped 100 times in training camp and over the course of the season. But I thought it was a really good adjustment there by Frank, and the players handled it the right way, and it hit them right at the right time.
Something that wasn't in the plan this
It wasn't in this plan this week. We've run it a lot this season, so the players knew how to handle it, but it was a good adjustment there by Frank. Okay, thank you.